What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of A Creator's Journey. This one's all about just throwing everything out and starting again, and why sometimes that's just the best thing to do, even though it sounds like, a really bad idea. So there's going to be points where no matter what you do, no matter what you try, you just realize you've either backed yourself into a corner in a project, you've hit some technical hurdle, or you've hit some problem you didn't anticipate and there's just no way forward. And honestly, the best thing to do at that point is to say, you know what? I think it's best I just throw everything out and start again. Now, that sounds crazy, right? I know. You're sitting there, you're thinking, but I invested all this time and effort into it and I'm just going to throw it all out. Sometimes you gotta, because sometimes you have to look at something and accept and realize it's going to take you more time and effort to try and correct the problem, or to try and find some way around the issue and move forward, than it will be to just say, hey, I know what I did wrong. I just need to throw all this out and start again. I'm going to give you a perfect example here. Now, I spent months planning and working on an idea for a software game, right? And everything on paper looked great. Everything was just super awesome as far as I was concerned. Started coding, started doing it all. A couple of months in. Now, I will stress this was a side project. This wasn't a paying project. This was just a passion project. But a couple of months in, everything was going great. And I'm thinking to myself, I think I'm ready to give this to people to try it out and throw it to a test group. And then I realized a couple of major flaws that I had never anticipated. Now, I'd never anticipated them because I had never made a game like this before. And so it just never occurred to me that I'd have these problems. And then I hit these problems and I realized, okay, I can spend weeks rewriting everything and fixing this problem. Hopefully fixing this problem. Or I can just say, look, I'm not that deep into the project. It makes more sense for me to just throw out everything I've done, keep my plans, but start building it again. And that's what I decided to do. And I don't regret it for 1 second. Because as I look back now at the bigger project and how far it is, I realize that trying to fix the problems that I had and that I saw coming was just not going to work. It would have worked to fix the problem up to that point, but I would have been banging my head over and over and over again every time I tried to move further. And so I just made the painful decision, because I had the opportunity to say, you know what, Peter, you're going to throw everything out, keep all your plans and everything else, but the actual code and if you like, software that you have made to this point, throw it out and start again. Just use the blueprints that you've got, fix the problems in those blueprints and start over. And it worked out great. I am so much happier with the result, and I feel that I'm more confident being able to maintain it going forward than if I had kept with the original problem and just kept working around and around it and knowing it was always there in the background and just sort of sugarcoating over the top to cover it up. So that's my advice to you, is sometimes you just got to look at something and say, you know what, I got to throw it out and start again. And just learn from it. Say to yourself, don't make that mistake again, and it's all been worth it. It is not wasted time or effort. So that's my advice in this episode. Let me know in the notes, leave comments. I'd love to hear what you think about this. Maybe you see it differently, but to me, sometimes starting over, in the long run, is the best plan for now and for the future of the project. That's it. This has been helpful. You know what to do, right? Subscribe, review. Hey, you know what? Leave a comment. I'd appreciate that. Follow the podcast, or if you're watching the video, the YouTube channel. Let's get some conversations going about this, because sometimes tough love is the way to go on our own projects. That's it, folks. I will see you in the next one.